Came in calm, I swear I did, just trying to make something pretty. But the pen knows where to press, and my hands get real unsteady. There's a history in my breathing, you can hear it if you listen close. Every pause is a confession, every line is something I almost told. I learned how to smile on cue, learned how to dodge the truth, but honesty leaks through the cracks when I'm not paying attention to you. I say it's nothing, way too fast, like speed can make it real. But the slower I sing it out, the harder it is to heal. I didn't mean to bleed here, didn't mean to make it strange. This was supposed to be a melody, not a mirror with your name. If this feels personal, I swear it surprised me too. I was aiming for the radio, but I landed somewhere close to you. There's a difference between privacy and locking every door inside. I confuse being alone with peace, but they don't feel the same at night. I keep receipts from old emotions, like I'll need them someday. Proof that I loved with intention, even if I loved the wrong way. You ever miss someone quietly, so no one knows you're gone? That's the kind of silence I live in, the kind that hums like a song. I tried to make this vague enough to call it art, not true, but my voice cracks in the wrong places every time I sing about you. I didn't mean to be here, didn't plan on being seen. This was just a place to hide my thoughts, now it's all over the beat. If this feels personal, that's the risk I took. You can't touch something honest without leaving a mark on you. Maybe I'm tired of disguises, tired of sounding okay. Maybe I want someone to hear me and not tell me it'll all fade. If you recognize yourself in this, I'm sorry and I'm not. Some stories are shared by accident, some wounds don't ask to stop. I didn't mean to bleed here, but I won't clean it up. This is what it looks like when I finally open up. If this feels personal, let it be what it is. A moment where we both admit that pain sounds better when it lives. Turn it off if it's too close, I'll understand, I really do. Some songs aren't meant to be replayed, they're just meant to tell the truth.
Midnight stains the walls of my room again. Street lights flicker like they know my name. I trace old scars in the dust of time. Every memory cuts like a crooked line. We were young, reckless, full of noise, laughing like pain was was a distant choice. Now your ghost sits quiet on my chest, a lesson dressed like love at its best. I replay moments I should have burned, every almost and every bridge unlearned. Life keeps moving, I'm stuck in rewind, trying to delete you from my mind. I wanna erase it from my life, every word, every night we tried, every promise that learned to lie, every dream that refused to die. I wanna erase it from my veins, your name still echoing in the rain. If healing hurts, then let it bleed. I'm growing out of who I used to be. The mirror shows someone I don't know, older eyes but the same shadow. I learned the cost of holding on. Some loves are storms, not homes to belong. We danced on hope with broken shoes, called it fate when we had nothing to lose. Now the silence teaches me how to stay, how to sit with pain and not run away. I'm building strength from shattered plans, learning how to let go with open hands. Maybe growth feels as cold inside, like burying pieces of your own life. If I survive this lonely phase, I'll thank the nights that made me change. Every scar writes truth in my skin. I'm not who I was when this began. I wanna erase it from my life, all the wrongs I called right, all the nights I begged the dark to turn your love back on. I wanna erase it from my soul, but keep the strength it stole. If this is healing, let it ache. I'm stronger with every break. Maybe letting go isn't forgetting, it's forgiving myself for believing maybe love was never the end, just a chapter I had to live in. I don't hate you, I just can't stay. I'm choosing growth over yesterday. Erase it from my life, but not the lesson, not the way my heart learned direction. I'll walk alone until I feel whole, until the dark stops calling me home. Midnight still knows my name, but it doesn't know me the same. I'm not lost, I'm just in repair, learning how to breathe without you there. I used to apologize for needing space. Now I furnish it with honesty. Every corner holds a version of me I stopped hiding. The night doesn't rush me, it listens, even when I say the same things in different words. I thought heartbreak would shatter me. Instead it rearranged the furniture, made room for thoughts I kept postponing because love was louder. I light candles not for romance, but for orientation, to remind myself where I am when my mind drifts backward. Your absence isn't a wound anymore, it's a weather pattern. Some days it cloudy, some days it clear. never permanent. I stopped checking if you're okay, not because I don't care, but because caring doesn't require surveillance anymore. There's peace in not being chosen. When you finally choose yourself, it doesn't feel heroic, just quiet and firm. I sit with my reflection at night. We don't argue like before. She looks tired, but steadier. I forgive myself in small installments, like paying off emotional debt without interest. Love didn't fail me, I just learned its limits, and learned that staying is also a skill. The city hums beneath my window, alive without asking permission. It reminds me existing doesn't need an audience. If someone finds me later, I hope they meet this version, the one who knows how to be alone without apologizing. And if they don't, I'll still have nights like this, soft, unanswered, and mine.
There is a scattered trail of who I used to be. Shards of silver glass underneath the willow tree. A jagged edge of laughter, a splinter of a name, the embers of a fire that forgot it was a flame. I am gathering the debris left along the shore, finding parts of me I don't recognize anymore. A rusted iron key to a door that's long gone, the echo of a melody at the breaking of the dawn. Bits and pieces, dust and bone, the architecture of the unknown. It isn't a ruin, it's a work of art, the mosaic of a mending heart. Every broken fragment is a place the light gets in. This is where the healing finally begins. I find a scrap of courage caught upon the briar. A thread of quiet gold pulled from the fire. The way I used to dream before the sky turned gray, the little things I lost along the weary way. I lay them on the table, I wash away the grit, matching every corner, watching how they fit. It doesn't look the same, the lines are etched in deep, but there is a sacred promise that I finally get to keep. The glue is made of tears, the grout is made of time, turning all this chaos into something quite sublime. I am not a victim of the porcelain that fell. I am the steady hand that makes the spirit well. No piece is ever wasted, no grain of salt is small. It takes every single bit to stand up tall. Bits and pieces, dust and bone, the architecture of the There's a place the light gets in. This is where the healing finally begins. I am a million pieces held together by grace, a map of every struggle written on my face. Not whole as I was, but whole as I am. The lion breathing soft beside the quiet lamb. Bits and pieces, beautiful and true, building something holy, building something new. Keys on the table still shine like a dare. Your coat on the hook, like you're halfway there. 2 a.m. silence stares through the wall. I'm counting the cracks like they're gonna call. The hallway's gone cold since you let it close. That door took your shadow and all that we wrote. The story we promised folded on the floor. I don't hear your footsteps on the wood anymore. On the wood anymore. Mug in the sink, lipstick and rings, your name in my phone, doing nothing, it stings. I talk to the window, it fogs then it clears. My echo says maybe, and drowns in the stair. The hallway's gone cold since you let it close. That door took your shadow and all that we wrote. The story we promised folded on the floor. I don't hear your footsteps on the wood anymore. On the wood anymore. I replay the night in flashes, every word, every turn of the key. Was it always cracking at the edges, or did it all break here with me? The hallway's gone cold since you let it close. That door took your shadow and all that we wrote. The story we promised can't hold like before. I don't hear your footsteps on the wood anymore. On the wood anymore. After midnight, the streets feel honest. friends watching me fall apart. I walk past bars we never entered, still carrying you in my heart. Your name shows up in random places, songs I didn't choose to hear. I thought time would blur your outline, but you're painfully clear. I tell myself I'm getting better, but that's just something I say. Truth is, I miss the version of me that believed you would stay after midnight. I miss you more when the world stops pretending. Love don't leave all at once, it just keeps quietly ending. After midnight, I lose the fight with all the things I can't undo. The hardest part of letting go is learning how to sleep without you. Your coffee cup is still in the kitchen, like you're running late again. I replay the smallest moments, like they mattered more back then. I wasn't cruel, I wasn't careless, just too scared to feel it all. Now I'm brave enough to miss you, but you're not there when I fall. If regret had a sound, it would be this slow piano. Every note says your name in a voice I can't let go. After midnight, I miss you more when the silence starts talking. Every promise we never kept follows me while I'm walking. After midnight, love feels wrong, like a story cut in two. The hardest part of letting go is learning how to sleep without you. I hope you found your peace, I hope someone holds you right. I just wish my heart understood why it still waits every night. After midnight, I miss you more. And I don't fight it anymore. Some loves don't die, they just live in the dark. After midnight, I used to think home had a door, a familiar floor, a name before. But every place felt temporary, like I was passing through my own story. Then you looked at me like you knew every piece I never showed you. Now I know home is the feeling, it's the calm inside your eyes, it's the way you say my name, like I don't have to hide. Home isn't where I've been, it's where I'm finally staying. Home is a feeling, and I'm feeling it. We talk until the night grows thin, about where we're going, where we've been. No promise
I find my way back still. There's a feeling soft and real. Every broken road I walked led me here. If I lose my way again, I'll know what I chase. There's a feeling, and I'm staying.
I've been living in borrowed weather, wearing storms that aren't even mine. Sunny days feel like trespassing on a life I left behind. Your voice is stuck in the ceiling, like a crack I don't repair. I tell myself it's getting better, but the echo's still there. Some things don't break, they quietly bend, like me pretending this is the end. I'm breathing borrowed weather, trying to feel the same. Love was never violent, it just slowly changed. I don't chase you anymore, I just let it rain. Some hearts don't shatter, they just rearrange. I pack my words in old suitcases, never sure where I belong. Every goodbye sounds familiar, every silence feels too long. I don't miss you like I used to, it's a different kind of ache, like knowing the right answer, but still making the same mistake. Time keeps moving, I stay still, learning how to live with what I feel. I'm breathing borrowed weather under unfamiliar skies, trying not to measure love by how it died. I don't ask for closure, I don't ask your name. Some hearts don't shatter, they just rearrange. Maybe love is just a season that overstays its welcome. Maybe I was meant to lose you to remember who I am. I'm breathing borrowed weather, but I'm still alive, and that has to mean something on the other side. I've been fighting shadows in a room with no light, punching the air every single night. Your name still echoes in the hall, but it doesn't break me like before. The mirror shows tired eyes and truth, a heart that aged beyond its youth. I tried to outrun what we became, but grief knows every shortcut lane. The bed feels bigger than it should, silence thicker than understood. I used to beg the dark to end, now I just let the quiet bend. Maybe I don't need to win, maybe I just need to mend. Maybe strength is not a stand, maybe it's an open hand. So I'll rest up and start again, let the night reset my head, lay my armor on the floor. I don't need that war no more. If healing comes in waves and bends, then I'll break and learn to mend. I don't have to be who I've been, I'll rest up and start again. We love like fire without a frame, burned too bright, forgot the flame. I held on long past the sign, confused your heartbeat with mine. But growth arrived without applause, no dramatic scene, no final cause, just a quiet shift inside my chest, a whisper saying you did your best. The past still knocks some afternoons in random synths and faded tunes, but it doesn't own the air I breathe, doesn't decide what I believe. I'll rest up and start again, not as broken as I've been. Let the tears fall where they must, wash away the borrowed trust. If loving you is how I learned, then losing you is how I turn into someone I can defend. I'll rest up and start again. Ooh, ooh. Maybe rock bottom's just a floor, not a grave, just something more. Maybe loneliness is space where I finally see my face. I forgive the nights I stayed too small, forgive the fear of losing all. I don't need revenge or closure calls, just steady breath and quieter walls. So I'll rest up and start again, let the healing slowly mend, not chasing what I cannot save, not living in a memory's grave. If tomorrow feels uncertain still, I'll meet it with a softer will. The dark won't be my final end, I'll rest up and start again. Tonight I choose to simply be, not who you needed, just me. And that's enough to let me begin. I carry a gray umbrella, even when the sky looks clear. Guess I got used to expecting rain after you disappeared. People pass me like nothing's wrong, laughing in their summer clothes. I learned how to dress for storms that nobody else knows. You used to say I overthink, say I worry too much, but you were gone the first time I trusted the sun. Now every forecast feels dishonest, every calm feels thin. I don't need rain to feel soaked, I just need to remember where you've been. I walk with a gray umbrella under perfectly blue skies, just in case the weather changes, just in case I start to cry. You said I should move on easy, like love's a passing phase. so I stay prepared for sadness on the brightest days. I still take the long way home, past places we never finished, where our names were almost written but never really committed. I see couples running for cover, laughing when the rain hits fast. I don't run anymore, I just let it pass. You taught me how to brace for loss before it even arrives, how to flinch at happiness like it's telling me lies. I tell myself I'm doing better, and maybe that's half true, but healing doesn't mean forgetting, it just means carrying you. I walk with a gray umbrella, like a habit I can't break. Everyone else trusts the sunshine, I trust what usually comes after it fades. You said I think too defensively, like I'm scared to live my life, but you're the reason I stay dry when the clouds are still out of sight. Maybe one day I'll leave it somewhere, on a train or cafe floor. Let the sky surprise me again, like it used to before. But right now it feels safer, holding on to the proof that I survived every storm I ever called you. I walk with a gray umbrella, even when I don't need one, because hope feels like bad timing, and pain feels better prepared for. If love ever comes back suddenly, if the rain catches me off guard, I'd rather look a little foolish than fall apart in someone's arms. So if you see me on a clear day, shaded from nothing at all, just know I learned the hard way how fast the weather can fall. I thought freedom would feel louder, like relief, like air in my lungs, like finally breaking the surface after holding on too long. But it showed up kinda subtle, like an empty afternoon. No one telling me where to be, no one missing me too soon. I packed away our history, like something I'd outgrown, but every quiet victory just reminded me I'm alone. They said I should feel lighter, now that nothing's holding me. But weight doesn't always disappear, sometimes it just changes shape. Freedom could be blue, not the sky but the bruise, not the ocean but the ache that you don't get to choose. I got everything I asked for and still don't feel brand new. It turns out breaking out of love doesn't mean it won't hurt you. I don't answer to your name now, don't wait up past the dawn, but habits die so slowly. Even when the need is gone, I walk wherever I want to, eat alone, sleep when I choose. But no one's waiting on the other side to ask me how I'm doing too. I thought chains were the problem, turns out it was a silence. You don't notice how loud love is till it's gone and you're inside it. They say I look more peaceful, like I finally let it go. But peace feels empty sometimes when there's nowhere left to go. Freedom could be blue, like the Albert beautiful night when the world goes soft and quiet, but nothing feels quite right. I'm not trapped, I'm not broken, I'm just standing in the truth that leaving doesn't guarantee you won't miss what you lose. Maybe this is still healing, even if it stings. Maybe learning how to be free is the hardest thing. I don't wanna run back, I don't wanna pretend. I just didn't know freedom could feel like an end. Freedom could be blue, not a win, not a loss, just a space where love used to live. And now I'm learning the cost. I won't call this a mistake, I won't say I regret you, I'll just say I didn't know freedom could feel this blue. Maybe someday it'll change color, maybe it already has, but right now I'm learning to sit with it and let the blue pass.
The streetlight flickers, half alive. It's cold and now the air feels dry. I walk the night, no one to find, just echoes of us in my mind. The sidewalk speaks in whispered tones, like it remembers when we were home. But all I hear is silence now, a song that used to be ours somehow. Was I too lost, or did you just leave? Chasing something we couldn't breathe. I'd wait for you, but I never could see that love doesn't always set you free. You're the ghost that lingers here. I hear your voice, but you're not near. I gave my heart to shadows and fear. Now I'm just trying to disappear. I see your face in every glass, but it's a reflection of the past. No new beginnings, just the same. Two strangers playing at the game. The hours stretch, but time won't break. These moments still feel like a mistake. I reach for you, but you've turned cold, and every word we spoke feels old. Was I too lost, or did you just leave? Chasing something we couldn't breathe. I'd wait for you, but I never could see that love doesn't always set you free. You're the ghost that lingers here. I hear your voice, but you're not near. I gave my heart to shadows and fear. Now I'm just trying to disappear. Maybe it's me, or maybe it's fate, but I'm tired of waiting, it's getting late. The nights are long, but the silence stays, and love just fades in the quietest ways. You're the ghost that lingers here. I hear your voice, but you're not near. I gave my heart to shadows and fear. Now I'm just trying to disappear.
the flowers on the counter, like you forgot to take a part of you. Still wrapped in yesterday's paper, still pretending they were new. I didn't throw them out right away, I let them drink what water I had. Funny how I learned to nurture what was already on its way to death. The room kept all your quiet habits, the way you like the windows cracked. I caught myself saying we again, then laughed at how the word came back. I told myself they'd last a few days, like love, like promises do. But everything fades on its own time, no matter how careful you are with it. You gave me flowers at the ending, like that was supposed to fix the truth. Like beauty could soften the leaving, or make me thank you for the bruise. They look good dying in the daylight, trying their best to stay alive. I water them more than I should, the way I loved you after goodbye. After goodbye. Every petal tells a small story of something we didn't repair. I keep trimming what's already broken, like effort alone means I care. You said this wasn't about someone else, said it was about you needing space. But space feels different in the morning when your name echoes in the place. I thought love was a living thing, something that grows if you try. But I guess some things are seasonal, no matter how hard you deny. I keep waiting for them to revive, like I'm waiting on you. But endings don't announce themselves, they just quietly do what they do. You gave me flowers at the ending, left them standing in my sink, like I wouldn't notice the symbolism, like I wouldn't overthink. They smell like almost and maybe, like something we couldn't save. I press my thumb into the stem and watch it bend the same way I did. Maybe this was your way of kindness, maybe this was all you had left. But love shouldn't feel like a gesture you make on your way out the door instead. If I sound ungrateful saying this, I swear I tried to pretend. But you don't hands on a memory and call it making amends. You gave me flowers at the ending, now they're falling one by one. Every petal on the counter counts the days since you've been gone. I thought I'd cry when they finally died, but mostly I just felt relief, like letting go of something beautiful that was never meant to stay with me. I throw them out on a quiet morning, no ceremony, no regret. Some things are only meant to be held once, not kept, not fixed, not resurrected. You didn't yell, you didn't cry. You said it calmly like it was kind, like breaking me gently would hurt me less over time. I was still holding the door for you, still thinking we were mid-fight. Then you dropped it so casually, like you'd rehearsed it all night. No warning signs, no bills up, just silence sharpening its aim. One sentence changed the temperature and nothing's felt the same. I didn't even get to react, didn't get to fall apart. It landed before I could brace myself, straight through the chest. It was a punch right to the heart. No wind-up, no sound, just the moment I realized you were already out. I stayed standing somehow, but something collapsed inside. You didn't leave dramatically, you just ended my life quietly that night. I nodded like I understood, like I was mature about it, but my hands were shaking, trying not to show it. You said this isn't your fault, like that was supposed to help, but losing you without blame just gave me nothing to yell. I replay the exact second where I should have seen it coming, but love makes you defenseless right when it starts running. I thought heartbreak would feel louder, thought it would tear me apart, but it just went straight through me, like it knew where to start. It was a punch right to the heart. Still don't know how I stayed upright. Everyone else heard a conversation, I heard goodbye. You walked away breathing normal, like nothing had changed. And I stood there learning how fast the future can carry. That's the thing about real damage, it doesn't always leave a mark. Sometimes it just rewires every thought, every dark. I don't flinch at memories, I flinch at peace, because calm feels temporary now that you've done this to me. It was a punch right to the heart, I didn't see it swing. 1 second I was someone's forever, next second nothing. I'll heal, yeah I know I will, that's what everyone says, but right now I'm just counting the cost of loving without defense. If you ever wonder why I'm guarded, why I don't fall fast anymore, it's not because I'm cold, it's because I remember that blow. You left your mug in the sink, half a note on the fridge door, folded shirt on the back of a chair, little ghosts of you everywhere. You left, but I remember you in every small and ordinary view, in the way the kettle sings it too. Yeah, you're gone, but I remember you. Still find your name in my phone, thumb just hovers, then let's go. Talk out loud, walking home at night, answer for you in my mind. You left, but I remember you in the things you loved and outgrew, in the old worn shoes by the hallway broom. Yeah, you're gone, but I remember you.
I'm back in. You left, but I'll remember you. Every first and every deja vu. And the day feels slightly out of tune.